Hi everyone, this is a series of videos explaining TCF Canada. We will work on all the tasks of the test one by one over a series of videos, and then later we will do a real life or real cases and topics from the TCF. So today we will start with the speaking task. L'expression orale. So speaking l'expression orale. This is the first. This is one of the tasks, one of 4 tasks, because you have speaking, writing, and then listening and reading. So we'll start now with the speaking one because it's the most important, or let's say it's the most high demand. So pour l'expression orale, for the speaking task, we will start with the first one, the first task. So the first task is to present yourself, se présenter, right? So the 3 tasks, we have the first task, to present oneself, se présenter, d'accord? So to present oneself, se présenter, right? This is the translation of to present oneself, se présenter. So we will follow a specific plan to succeed this task. We have the first thing, or the first thing we start with is an introduction. So the introduction will be just like your name, your age, and your where do you live now. The current situation will be what do you do now in your life, where do you live. So you'll talk a little bit about your current situation. La situation actuelle. And introduction is the same word as French, introduction. Introduction, introduction. So the way we will work with these tasks, because we will start working directly on the test tasks, and I know that I will be addressing these videos to everyone. So by everyone I mean from total beginner, to someone who just wants to advance with his score, like from say someone is blocked in B1, needs to move to B2 C1. So you will also find your answers in these videos. Sometimes it's just in specific details. So if you are blocked in B1, just pay attention to every detail I'll go through. Sometimes it's just small details that play the big role in fixing your or upgrading your score. So in the introduction we said it's a simple introduction, your name, your age, and where do you live. La situation actuelle, the current situation, is what do you do in life right now. Then you move to your studies, le parcours académique. Parcours académique, studies. And then you talk about your what do you like, les centres d'intérêt. So les centres d'intérêt, your personal hobbies, or whatever you like to do out of work, out of studies, les centres d'intérêt. And then you will have to talk about your projects, your, for example, your motivation to take TCF. Why are you taking TCF, or why are you learning French in general? So projects, and then conclusion at the end. So you see, this plan, it's not random. This plan serves to test at the first glance, like in the first task, if you manage to talk in present tense, so to use present tense in French, to use past tense in French, and to use future tense. So that's why we talk about projects, that's the future. That's why we talk about the current situation, that's your present. And we talk about studies, and also you can even talk about your career, like I worked here and here, and so you talk in past tense, right? Perfect. So for the introduction, you will start with salutation. So salutation is when you say bonjour. So start with your presentation with bonjour. I will of course keep going with simple vocabulary and simple words, and we will add to this as we go. So you can say bonjour as your salutation. So salutation is greetings. So perfect. So salutation. And then présentation personnelle. So this is all introduction, right? So présentation personnelle. Personal presentation, right? Présentation personnelle. So in the presentation, présentation personnelle, you will start saying je m'appelle, my name is, so je m'appelle, and you say your name, of course. So je m'appelle. J'ai, so first of all, je m'appelle will be, my name is, this is je m'appelle. Okay, je m'appelle, my name is. J'ai, so j'ai, this will be I have, or I am 30, I am 20, you say your age. Okay, and you can say, to finish this one, you say je viens de, I am from, je viens de, so je viens de, I am from, I'm from. Okay, so let's repeat all of this. Your introduction will be, you will start with salutation. So you will say bonjour, je m'appelle Ashraf, j'ai 31 ans, je viens du Maroc, for example. So this is my presentation, for example. So let's, for today, we will focus only on this part of the introduction, and I will explain some things. So, for example, bonjour, we all know. Je m'appelle. Let's talk about the first pronoun. So, always, je is the pronoun I. Okay? So, je is the pronoun I. Okay? And of course, we have other pronouns. So, at least this one, we have it here. Je equals I. So, for the pronoun. Je m'appelle. We will talk about this verb later. But I can tell you about the conjugation in present tense. So when we conjugate in present tense, we always take the verb. Let's say we have verbs. We have 3 groups of verbs. So the first group is the group of verbs that are regular, and also the second group. But the third group is a group of irregular verbs, and we will also see that as we go. But for now, let's stick to our first group. So first group, like for example this verb appeler. So appeler is to call. Okay, so appeler is to call. If you see here, it's ending with this er. Okay, so this er is the mark of a first group verb. So when I have a first group verb, I will conjugate it in the present. I will always take this er, so er, and I will replace it with E, with a simple E, okay? So it becomes like this. J'appelle, j'appelle. You see? So appeler, j'appelle. Let's say we have the verb. Let's pick another verb. Like, for example, manger. Okay, we have this verb manger. It's ending with er. So if we keep applying the rule, je mange. You see? Parler, je parle. I just remove er and I replace it with e. You see? So this is just a small lesson about how to conjugate a verb in present tense. All right? Now I will focus on the second sentence, and we have two things we will study here. So we will study this verb, j'ai. What is this verb? What's the difference between the use of this verb in French and the use of I am in English? What's the difference between the two languages in this aspect? And also we will study numbers. Okay? Have this verb here, right here, j'ai. So let's study this one. What is it? So j'ai. So j'ai, as you have seen the J at first, that's the pronoun I, right? And a, that's the verb to have. To have. So to have equals to avoir. So this is the verb. To have in French, avoir, avoir. And then I want to conjugate this verb to have to the pronouns I know. So the first one is j'ai, I have. So this is I have. You just say j'ai, I have. And you have, tu as, tu as, tu as, tu as. Equals you have. You see? So tu as. And you will notice as we keep going through the French lessons that we tend to not pronounce the letter S at the end. So this A, we will never pronounce S. We'll just say tu as, you have, right? And we use for age in English, we use the verb to have. So it's like saying I have 30 years, I have 20 years. So English and French are opposites in this sentence. In English, you say I am. We use the verb to be. So we say I am 30, I am 20. But in French, you will say I have, which is j'ai, and you say you say the number of your age. So you say j'ai 20 ans, j'ai 30 ans, j'ai, right? Perfect. So that's for this verb to have. Okay, now we will do numbers. So for numbers, we have 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5, 6, 6, 6, 7, 7, 7, 8, 8, 8, 9, 9, 9. and we have 10. 10. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We started already with 10, this. We'll just continue with 20. So 20 is 20. 20. 30. 30. 30. 40. 40. 40. 50. 50. 50. So we'll just stop here. We'll just use these for now. So we said we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So the thing is this. When I want to combine, when I want to create a new number, I just combine 1 dozen with the number that I need. Let's say I want to say 22. So if I want to say 22, this number, I will just take the 20 and the 2. So I take 20, 20, like this. And I take the 2, so 22. It's as easy as that, right? So 22. Let's say I will tell you the only difference. So any number of these I can combine with any of these lists. So I can say 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. 30, I can say 31, 30, I can say 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59. Why I didn't combine with 1? There is only one reason, because with 1 we always add a. So to say 21, I will say 20, the same thing, 21, but in between them I will add a. A is and, so a is always and. I'll write it here. A equals and. So this A, we are using it for this, to make this one, the numbers combined with 1, combined with 1. 31. So now you will know how to say it. I'll just take 30, 30, and I will combine, and I'll say A, 1. Always A, 1. Always and 1. Always I say and A and 1 and 1. This one, I'll give you a moment to think about it. So 40, 41, and the last one, 51, 50, and the rest, as we said, is similar to this one. So if I want to combine any of these numbers with the rest, I just say 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, and we put a dash between them, just like this. So that's our numbers. Okay, so I will stop the video on this much today. I will of course share with you this document so you keep your notes, and we will continue the next videos on working on this presentation. All right.